When it comes to setting goals, there are two schools of thought. Tell everyone and tell no one. Here's my take on that as a person with ADHD. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leia and this is With Might and Main. And today we're gonna talk about this whole topic around goals and like whether you should share it with others or not. I'm going to talk about some of the pros and cons of each, particularly as a person with ADHD. And then I'm going to give you a potential solution. And I say potential solution because right now it's more of a theory because I'm still testing it. And then I'm going to tell you at the end of this video how I'm testing it and how you can watch along if you want. So if you do a little search on Google or even YouTube, most of what you'll find is people telling you not to share your goals with anybody. And if I'm not mistaken, there's like some research to support that. But the problem for people like me and probably you if you're watching this, yeah, it can be good not to share it with people, but we kind of need something to make us feel pressured. Like we work really well under pressure. There's definitely like a bell curve, you know, you go past a certain amount of pressure and it's more like overwhelm as opposed to just making you motivated to do something. But what do you do then if you decide not to tell your goals to anyone, but you're a person with ADHD and you're having trouble getting started or being consistent? So for one, telling your goals to everyone, or at least a select few people, might make you feel pressured to actually do the goal and take steps towards it on a regular basis and hopefully accomplish the goal eventually. Now, the downfall to that is if you don't accomplish the goal, you change your mind for whatever reason, or it's something you just kind of no longer are interested in, which is very common for us with ADHD. It can kind of send you into a bit of a shame spiral if the people that you've told then ask you and you have done nothing to get closer to that goal or have dropped it completely. And then say we take the approach of telling no one. The positive side to that is if you do fail, change your mind, decide you don't like it anymore, or it's just not interesting anymore, no one knows that you didn't do the thing you said you'd do, which can be great because it can either avoid a shame spiral completely or just significantly decrease your shame spiral. But then the flip side to that is there's kind of something gratifying about having shared with people that you set out to try something and then coming back and telling them that you succeeded. Obviously, you can still share with them that you succeeded if they never knew something was going on. There's just a little bit of a celebratory, gratifying goodness about it. One that you might miss the opportunity for if you don't share with someone. And obviously goals should firstly and overall be like intrinsically motivated. You should be doing it for yourself. But we're sociable creatures, even those of us who are the most introverted. It's nice to have someone to share good things with. Now, obviously different people are going to function differently and things will be more or less effective for them depending on who they are and how their brain works. And I'd like to argue that that's especially the case for people like us with ADHD. On one hand, a lot of us could probably use the accountability buddy, or even better, rather than a buddy who we also have to check up on, someone that's just willing to kind of check in with us in a very non-judgmental way to help remind us of this thing we said we were gonna do. But on the other hand, having that kind of accountability could inadvertently trigger some of the things we struggle most with as people with ADHD, like a significant shame spiral or rejection sensitivity, especially because we have that habit of starting something and never finishing it. It can risk making us feel guilty and just like we want to hide, even if the people that we have asked to help hold us accountable have our best interests at heart and really care about us the same whether we did the thing or not. So how do we find a solution to this dilemma of this or that? Accountability working in silence. Tell everyone, tell no one. I would like to propose a middle ground. This is where the theory comes in. And again, I don't know if this theory will work, but I'm going to test it for all of you in a very visible way. Hopefully it's something you can possibly maybe try to apply if it sounds appealing, if it resonates, yada, yada, yada. So there's two parts to this theory. And the first part is, I'm going to share my goals with you right now, right here on this very video. And I'm going to bleep out the important quantifiers of my goal. So you'll know generally what my goal is about, but you won't know the details. I might have to read this next part because I wrote it so well. I want to tell you it exactly how I wrote it. So doing this will give me enough motivation and sense of accountability to work towards the goal, but not make me feel overwhelmed with possibility of failure and subsequent shame. Again, at least in theory. So, to clarify, you'll know what my goal relates to, but I won't share the aspect of how I'm measuring success in that goal. Okay? So that is part one of this theory that I am going to test in front of y'all, for y'all, and show you. Now, here's the kicker. Here's the fun part, i.e. part two. In 1 year's time, I will repost this video, this exact same video, January 12th, 2022, exactly the same without the bleeps. In other words, the details by which I choose to measure success in that goal, I will reveal them in a year's time. Which now that I'm saying out loud feels very scary, but not too scary. Knowing that I am requiring myself to repost this video in a year's time will light a fire under my ass in such a way that I know that even if I don't reach the goal entirely, I will have put a significant amount of work towards it, and I'll be happy with the progress I've made. In theory, this is the theory. Basically, I'm taking the good bits of the accountability method and the good bits of the tell no one method, and I'm trying to combine them into one way of trying to accomplish your goals. And I have a feeling it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work for me. We'll see. I have a lot of goals, but I'm only going to share a few of them since they in particular pertain to this channel, and I just feel like it's more relevant. So my goals for 2022. Oh, one thing I wanted to do. Hey Google, what day is it?
It is Wednesday, January 12th, 2022.
Just in case anyone doesn't believe. So let's do this. I'm nervous. I've got pit sweat right now. I'm nervous. By the end of 2022, I will make YouTube videos. By the end of 2022, I will reach followers on my YouTube channel. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Okay, almost there. Few more. Okay. By the end of 2022, I will reach followers on Instagram. Oh my God, it feels so weird to say them out loud. I'm so used to just reading my goals to myself. There's power in saying it out loud, just like there's power in writing it down. Anyways, back to our scheduled program. In 2022, I will reach followers on TikTok. In 2022, I will make TikTok videos. Y'all, I need a new camera. My camera just turned off all on its own. I need you to just cooperate, please. Thank you.
Hello, Future Leia here, editing the video you're watching right now. My camera actually cut off the very last goal, and I really want to include it because I do want to come back in a year and talk about it. So the final goal before we finish this video is that in 2022, I want to write blog posts for my website, which yes, I do have a website. I've had it for quite some time now, just kind of sitting there. So yeah, that's the last and final goal that I am sharing for this experiment of my theory.
To conclude, I am a little bit nervous, but I'm extremely excited. I feel the rush, I feel the dopamine, which we all know if you have ADHD, we lack naturally. So I feel good right now. If you want to apply this theory to yourself, but your goal doesn't have a number attached to it, it's more like a vibe, you know? You could either tell the whole world, or you could choose like a trusted friend and be like, hey, how you doing? I have this goal and it's a really big goal, but I just want to tell you what the goal's about. But I'm not really ready to share like exactly how I'm defining success in that goal. I just need you to know that I have a goal centered around insert generality of said goal. For example, if you have a health goal, but it's not a number, you're just like, I want to feel good when I wake up in the morning. And you know, for you, that's gonna be a health thing. Just be like, look, I have this health goal and I have some ideas of how to get there, but I'm not ready to share like what that means for me yet. But I'm sharing it with you so that when I succeed in that goal, I can come to you and be like, I did it. You feel me? Now, if you do have a number attached to your goal, that's gonna be even easier. But I do feel like goals don't always have to be like numerical, you know what I mean? Sometimes your goal is a vibe. As I said before, sometimes your goal is just a vibe. So that's it for today's video. I'm really excited. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you are at least a little bit curious about my theory, because I am absolutely coming back at the end of this year, even if I fail tremendously, because at this point I just feel like I have to. I feel like I will get over the shame of it if I do fail tremendously. I don't know. I've kind of worked on that part a bit. So yeah, if you are the least bit curious about my theory, what I'm gonna suggest to you now is you subscribe, hit the bell, sound like one of those big YouTubers, oh my god. Follow me on Instagram. If you would like to follow me on TikTok as well, you don't have to, but Instagram and my YouTube, those are like, if you only want to do a little bit, those would be my top choices if you feel like helping me out. If you want to do all the things, please do all the things. I'll include all the things down below so you can follow me on all the things. Okay? Okay. With all that being said, remember to live your best life, because life is too short not to. Just do the things that make you feel good, okay? Live your best life. Do the things you enjoy. That's it, okay? And I will see you in the next video. Bye. I had a funny outro and now I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. Okay, bye.